This meeting is being recorded.
All right, this meeting is being recorded. Welcome to Men and Nutrition. Do y'all know that this is Men's Health Month? So this is obviously a timely topic. And I want to introduce you to four awesome gentlemen that are going to share with you how nutrition has transformed and or supported their lives. So I'm just going to say hi to them really quick before I give you just a little bit of a snippet about more about what we're going to talk about. But I wanted to introduce you to BJ really quick. BJ, what state are you from and how old are you? Or how young are you?
I am from Virginia and I'm only 49 and a half years old.
Okay, 49 and a half years old. Right. Very good. Very good. And then we have Paul. Paul, where are you from?
Okay, I am actually, I've been born and raised in the state of Arizona 79 years ago, so I'm roughly twice BJ's age.
Ah, 79. Very good. And then Terry.
I am originally from Texas, now living in Arizona, and I am 59 years old.
59. All right. And Jerry.
Hi, I'm living in Columbus. I'm 67.
67. All right, so we have the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s. Very good. I don't even know if I said, my name is Robin, certified nutrition specialist, and we are going to talk about food and nutrition. I've been a nutritionist for 15 years, and what I know for sure is that food will either kill you or keep you alive. The illnesses and diseases we face are due in part to what you put in your mouth or what you don't put in your mouth. And we're going to talk about what is immensely impactful for your body. And I'm going to reveal what that is. It's really fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables really, really matter. And let food be thy medicine. And here's what I think that people don't often realize. Sometimes people don't realize or equate the pain in their elbow or their knee to what they ate or what they didn't eat. And I want you to understand that back in the day, food was different, that it was fresher, it was more impactful. When you go to the grocery store and you pick up a tomato or a cucumber, it's not the same as it used to be. It's picked before it's ripened, it sits there for a while, and it doesn't have the nutritional capacity that you think you want in your body. Now it's said that we need 7 to 13 servings of raw fruits and vegetables every day to properly impact our body. That's crazy because I don't know who is eating 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables. Let's see here. There's some, let's mute you all. Okay.
I got it.
Thank you. I don't know how many of you are eating 7 to 13 raw fruits and vegetables a day, and it's difficult. As a nutritionist, I find it very, very difficult. And I'll say this as some housekeeping because we have some rogue non-muters out in the world that if you can stay muted, we would be so happy if you would do that. Thank you so much. But we're going to talk about the power of produce, and I want you all to understand it. So I made mention of how what you're getting in the stores may not be as impactful. Therefore, you need to have more and more. We're going to share with you simple ways that you can get more produce in your body and that makes the greatest impact. We're going to talk about how to grow your produce with ease. We're going to talk about other ways to get that into your body. So without further ado, let's talk to BJ. So BJ, you are from Virginia. Let's see, BJ. Where are you, BJ? We'll spotlight you. There you are. Now we talked, and you told me that you have always been health conscious, but there was some things you didn't know as far as nutrition is concerned. What led you down the path? Why did you start looking for more information as regards to nutrition and your health?
Well, I used to do a lot of competitions, bodybuilding competition, bench press competitions, and I understood calories and calories and protein intake, but just didn't understand nutritional intake. And what I wanted to do was really maximize my body and give it its optimal performance. So that's when I met Beverly at an event, Your Thoughts Making You Sick, and started going to the salad jar parties. And that introduced me to another side of health that I knew existed, but I just didn't have the education or understanding about nutrition or health. And I'm so glad I've been on this journey.
And so she introduced you to the salad in a jar party. And so when you were introduced to the salad in the jar, and then she also introduced you. So again, a lot of us grow produce. So we're always gonna put that out there that we grow it, but then you're also taking that produce in capsules in a very powerful form. So tell us, when you heard about taking produce actually in capsules, did that make sense to you immediately?
It did, but it was like, this is too good to be true, but it did make sense because it was just so simple and so easy. But it was the answer. It was truly the answer. Plant-based was the answer.
Plant-based was the answer. So in taking this fruits and vegetables encapsulated, what happened to your body? What did you notice after starting to do these things?
You know, when I'm going to the salad jar parties and we're just talking about some of the different experiences we've noticed, and I began recognizing like my palate change, and that was not something I expected. I was losing my craving for sweets. I would go to the bathroom, usually once a day, but I became regular. So like after every meal, I was going to the bathroom. I was suffering from daytime drowsiness on my way driving home from work. I noticed that had diminished. I had a dehydrated muscle in my shoulder. I noticed that had diminished as well. And I just realized that the more consistent I became with just taking Juice Plus, my body was starting to correct itself, whether I knew it or not.
Okay. So I'm just repeating what you said. Well, you said about your palate, and you told me that you used to eat a lot of chocolate. So do you still eat a lot of chocolate? Or you love chocolate? Do you still love it? What's the deal?
So I don't, and I may every now and then do it, but like at that time before I introduced plant-based into my diet, it was after every dinner. I had my 4 warm soft chocolate chip cookies. I would tell my daughters, don't even touch my cookies, they belong to me. And after doing the whole food plant-based, it got to a point where I stopped even buying them. I just didn't miss it. And then when I do eat it, it has to be something I've already thought about, and then I only do like maybe 1 or 2, if that.
Okay. You also said that you had your mom start taking the fruits and vegetables in the capsules. And what happened to her?
My mother, I gave her the fruits and vegetables, and when she finally started taking it, she called me a week later and noticed that she had a lot more energy. Then the following week, she went to the doctor for a regularly scheduled visit, and her cholesterol was already high. Her cholesterol had dropped 35 points because of the fruits and vegetables she had begun consistently taking. And she just couldn't believe something so simple could be so powerful and cause create a positive change in her body.
Wow. And then from that point, you actually, so first you went to the salad jar party, you found out how to take this produce, encapsulate it because it's in a powerful form. And then you decided to then start actually growing your produce.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
Okay. And now how long have you been growing your produce?
About 8 months now.
8 months. And so just if you could briefly share, because people like grow produce, what do you mean? Like, is it with soil? Are you outside, with the gardening tools? How is this working?
My tower garden is in my living room. No soil.
Okay.
I'm only using the organic solution that it comes with it. And I have about 13 different items I'm growing up there that if I went to the store, I would be paying a whole lot more money than what I'm spending right now.
You gonna show it to us?
Oh, yes. Give me a second. Sorry about this.
That's fine. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Let me see if we can see it. Can we see it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So BJ's he's not playing any games, y'all. He is growing produce in his house. Is that what is that?
Cucumber.
Cucumber, right in his living room. Yeah. And also taking them in capsules. And to be clear, BJ is not taking this and then putting it in the capsules. We, they're encapsulated. Oh my gosh, a cucumber, yes. The produce is encapsulated. We grow it, and then we also have a method of encapsulation, the pits, the peel, the seeds, and that's why it becomes so powerful. Thank you so much, BJ. We'll come back and see you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I love that the chocolate cookies, you're not doing that anymore. And I'm repeating what you said, that you became regular in the restroom. You said that in a nice way. And you had a pain somewhere, and that subsided because you added more produce. And just by that, what you said is going to impact people, because people are going to say, what? What? Just by produce? Yeah, true story, you guys. Very good. Very good. All right, Paul Ramirez, living in
Thank you very much,
Arizona.
Robin.
Yeah.
I'm in Arizona, and we're pushing 100 degrees right now, so I'm not going to go outside and show you my tower. But I do have it outside growing. It's not growing as much as BJ was just showing. But that was actually the way I got into discovering this company, was through the Tower Garden. We were at basically a garden show, a home garden show, and we saw it. My wife says, I got to have it. And I says, well, let's think about it. And so we wound up getting it right after. She didn't listen to me at all. But we got one, and we started growing it. And at the same time, my wife was a surgical nurse during that time period. A lady at church saw us, and she says, I see you struggling up, because she was struggling with a lot of arthritis in her body. And so we just thought, well, that's just what she had to live. She's a nurse, right? And the doctors were recommending it. So what we did was we just kind of told the lady, thank you very much, but we're not really interested in getting any more vitamins. Well, turns around, she actually saw us outside of our church and says, you know what, your grandkids can get it for free, because one adult, one child can get the granulated produce for free, the capsules. And so we just went with it. At that same time, we didn't know that it was going to make any difference. We thought there was maybe something illegal in it, something questionable. There was some questionable ingredient in it, because my wife, after a couple of weeks, she was able to overcome a severe arthritic problem.
Wow.
So that was the lead in. The Tower Garden brought us to these, basically as a new concept in nutrition to us, but it did result in really a dramatic and surprising improvement in her health. But I know that it's been good for us over all these years.
Wow. And what happened to you? So when math is not necessarily my strong point. You're 79 now, and you started paying attention to your produce 11 years ago. So 68, am I good? 68.
Yes.
So you're never too young or too not young to start. And so what did you notice by now flooding your body personally, you, Paul?
At first, I didn't know what to notice, because I was really concentrated on my wife's health. But a couple of years down the road, I kind of looked back and I thought, well, what did it do for Paul? I didn't have arthritis. I didn't have any chronic illnesses or things like that. So looking back, I've noticed now that my hair grows faster. It didn't get any darker, but it grows faster. My nails grow faster. And just like BJ, I've become a regular guy. That was very important to me, because prior to that, it was kind of iffy, day to day, you never knew. So now I'm a regular guy, and I love what it's done for me overall. And I have more energy than I used to have.
More energy. And I'll say this, and I may have said this before, but I'm reiterating it. This produce in capsules is the pits, the peel, the seeds. It's vine ripened, so it's taken off of the vine, off the plant. Water's taken out, and it's ground up, and all that raw nutrition is put into capsules. It's legitimately the fruits and vegetables. It's just encapsulated. And I don't remember which one of y'all said this, or both of y'all said it's like too good to be true. And like, what's in there, right? It really just is produce. And I asked y'all that are listening, what do you think would happen to your body, if you flooded your body with more than 30 raw fruits and vegetables daily over time, your cells respond, your cells begin to heal and rectify issues that are going on in your body, but it doesn't work if you don't do that. So if you get this produce and you just look at it, it'll be cute on your shelf and nothing will happen. It's about consistency over time. So let's talk to Terry. So Terry in Arizona as well. And Terry, all of you grow your produce too. So y'all saw the opportunity to grow it, and then you also saw the opportunity to get it in capsules. Same company does both, allows you to grow it and it allows you to go in capsules. So tell me this, with growing it, you grow outside or inside?
We do both. We have both an inside one and an outside one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, because you're in Arizona where it's a million degrees and
Right.
you're still growing. So you can grow anywhere and all year long. Tell me what you noticed by taking them specifically in the capsules in such a concentrated form. What did you notice in your body, if anything?
Well, I actually did. One of the major things was that that I had heard lots of stories about people who were taking the plant powder capsules and how it was helping them with a number of things. And my wife was very interested in them because of the research. And so part of the research was talking about improving your immune system. And we know that when your immune system is supported, it helps with your body and a bunch of other things. That being said, I was a police officer at the time and I was riding a motorcycle. And like Paul and BJ, I was a little bit skeptical at the beginning, but I knew that fruits and vegetables were the key in order to help your body. And so I had developed some repetitive motion pains in my wrist, my shoulders, and my arms. And so I took it for a while, and I noticed after about maybe 4 months or 6 months, those pains had subsided. It didn't dawn on me, but I was going to work and coming back home from work, and I noticed that I didn't have the pains as much anymore. Two other things that I noticed was that I had a little bit more energy than the other guys who were working at the time, because out here in Arizona, riding a police motorcycle, it just wears you down in the hot sun. But I was coming home and still had lots of energy. And then the last thing is in the fall, I usually get seasonal colds, 4 times, sometimes 5 times a year. And I look back at it and I go, well, I didn't get my seasonal cold that I always did. And so the only thing I changed about my diet was adding those plant-based capsules to my diet. And so that's what I noticed.
And about the pain, because there's a theme here about the pain. And then one would say, wait a minute, you ate more produce and now there's less pain in your body. And I want to explain that. So nutrition knows what to do. And when we don't have the support for our cells or lubrication for our cells, they start to misbehave. And then there's such a thing as inflammation. Well, when you're putting all this good produce in your body, it helps to reduce inflammation, which then helps to reduce pain and discomfort. And that's the correlation. That's how it happens. And I do encourage you all, when we're done here, to contact the person that invited you so that you can get this produce into your body. But let's talk to Jerry, because we're gonna say bye to you, Terry, right? It's Terry and Jerry. So now Jerry
Hi, Robin.
from Ohio. Hi. And so I saved you for last for a couple of reasons, because you said to me, I'm a stubborn German and I didn't want to do all of this. Right. And so people can resonate with you, because it's like, so tell me what you used to eat. I wrote a list here.
Yeah, I used to, I averaged 12 to 15, sometimes as high as 20 Pepsis a day, every day, all the time since I was about 18 years of age. I lived on pizza, Pepsi, chocolate, love Hershey's Kisses. I still love them. I had one about 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
But when when I started with these encapsulated fruits and vegetable powders,
Uh-huh.
my taste entirely changed.
Okay.
Just that alone, I knew was helping my health. But then when I started, as the gentleman previously have said, I started realizing the calcium deposit was gone off my shoulder that they wanted to remove surgically. The gout that I was suffering from in my toe was no longer there. I haven't had it for 3 years. It was really a big blessing in my life.
Wow. You know, so how from being stubborn, right? You were pizza, Pepsi, and potato chips. That's what I wrote
That's
down.
right. That's right.
What did it take you a long time to be to convince you to say, wait a minute, let's try these fruits and vegetables? Did
Well,
you?
I've been married to my wife now about 10 years. We've known each other for 22 years, and she is a very, very, very good eating habits person.
Okay.
Really drove me nuts trying to get me to eat a salad. I never ate a salad until I was in my late 50s.
Wow.
I just didn't eat that kind of stuff. And I kind of considered it a matter of pride too. I don't need it. Well, maybe I didn't. But pandemic started in 2020. Where I was employed shut down for 6 weeks. So we were staying at home. And I didn't want her to go out anywhere, but I was dying for chocolate. I'll never forget the day I sat there. I said, I got to go get some Hershey's Kisses or Hershey's candy bars. She said, hey, I've got these gummies. Why don't you try them? They're pretty sweet. I thought, well, this will save me from going out and maybe suffering the pandemic. Didn't want COVID. So I started taking gummies. Been given to her by a friend of ours. Just he said, hey, go ahead and try them, Lauren, see what you think of them. So I took them for about 3 days. And I said, wow, these are great. She said, you like these? Try these capsules. So I started the capsules. At the end of 6 weeks, I lost 35 pounds because I didn't drink Pepsi. I didn't eat the pizzas, the potato chips, which now tastes like cardboard to me. It changed my whole, the brain's very much connected to your mouth. Your mouth says, hey, I like this. And your brain says, yeah, you know what we do. At that time, I was weighing 241 to 245. I now stay at 181 to 184. That alone it's healthy.
She tricked you.
She did. As one of our partners says, you know, I didn't like the music she was playing for me, but I kept listening to it, and pretty soon the music sounded good. And that's really what happened. It worked. I can't tell you enough how much it's changed the way I feel, my energy level, my hair. As Paul said, your hair grows faster. You know, I trim it down pretty low since the pandemic, and it's back again. I'm gonna have to do it again every 2 weeks. Fingernails grow faster. You feel better.
You feel better. Let me tell you, Jerry, you're gonna inspire a lot of women to trick their spouses or significant others for their own good. So ladies, if y'all are listening and your partner does not want to take the capsules because that just doesn't even make sense to them, there's a chewable form that is tasty, and they will get it into their system and enjoy it and not realize that there's fruits and vegetables in there in a powerful way. But the capsules really are more powerful. So that is a way to get them going. And I love that. Well, I don't love, Jerry, that you were eating pizza, potato chips, and Pepsi, but I love that you found a way through produce. And that is that, y'all. The time has gone by really fast. Shout out to Lori for doing that. It went by really fast, our time together. So this is what I want to ask you all to do that are listening. There's a couple of things. Those of you that are listening that do not have this produce in your life, contact the person that invited you here now and ask them how you can do this. And then for those of you who have them in your hand, but they're sitting in your cabinet and they're looking at you and you're looking at them, but you don't take them consistently, then do that. Get them in your body, because I reiterate and I say the produce that's in the store is not what you think. is not giving your body the nutrients that your body requires in the day that we live in, because there's all these toxins and things bombarding our body at a cellular level, and this really is part of the answer. So with that being said, I want to thank BJ, Paul, Terry, and Jerry for sharing their stories and inspiring us to not only grow produce, because we don't want to, the person that contacted you here can get you started on growing as well. We grow our produce, and then we also take them in capsules daily because we understand the power. So with that being said, thank you so much for being here. I am going to turn off the recording. Yeah.